Hi everybody, we are in Columbus Circle here in New York City, and the snow has been coming down since early this morning. Since before 4 a.m. it's been coming down, and right now you see that we have the plows going right here on the streets of New York City. And it's not only the plows but also people doing a lot of shoveling, and that's the thing with these storms, is you have to keep up with it. It is that heavy, wet, dense, thick snow that we're seeing. Look at that shooting. I love how it's just shooting. All right, so the dogs. Let's talk about the dogs here. You see this cute little dog? That one, I don't know if it had any paw covers, but you have to actually put these covers on your dogs so that their paws don't get into the salt, and that can cause a lot of problems for them. So this system right now, we have terrible visibility. There are hundreds of flights that are canceled, and the thing with this system and why it is so powerful, a lot of people are asking, how did we go from record highs yesterday to seeing 8 to 12 inches of snow today? Well, we have this energy in the upper levels, and that is just enhancing this. It's tapping into that Atlantic moisture. That's enhancing it as well, and we're getting some jet level energy that's coming down into this too. Just checking on some stuff here on my phone while we actually do this Facebook Live. So if you have any questions, my producer behind the camera will shout them out, and I will do my best to answer your questions. But what's going to happen is this is going to start tapering off around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. So it's a very quick hitter. It's going to come in and it's going to come out. But it doesn't bother New Yorkers. Look at, everyone's just casually like walking. Yeah, so what? There's a snowstorm. Just taking pictures, no big deal. But it's really fun and beautiful. And we were behind snow for New York. We were about 3 inches below average. Philly was about 6. I want to say Boston was about 9 inches below average on snow. And we all could see about 8 to 12 inches. So we will catch up on snow deficits. The other thing I want to show you are sidewalks, because if you have a home or a business and you do not clean your sidewalk, you can actually get a ticket for it. So people have been out shoveling their sidewalks all morning long, and it's that very heavy, wet snow, which is great for snowball making, but not so great if you're doing any sort of shoveling. So good snowball stuff. All the kids are out of school here. The thing is once this is over around 3, 4 o'clock, and kids are going to want to go and play in it, it's going to be really cold. Our temperatures are dropping throughout the day, and so it's going to be really cold. I'm worried about some refreeze also into the overnight hours. That could be problematic. But how often are you having to shovel, would you say?
Every 40 minutes.
Every 40 minutes. We're on Facebook Live, just so you know, on the Weather Channel. So every 40 minutes, they're having to come out and shovel. And I've seen people trying to put ice down to try to They're putting down salt to try to keep up with it. But again, icing could be an issue. So let's show you Columbus Circle here. This is a huge thoroughfare in Manhattan, and a lot of people go around this circle. It's rough, and it's tough to get around. We saw some cars that were getting pushed. I just saw this truck came to a sliding stop right here, but getting a cab in New York today is going to be really hard to do, so a lot of people will take the trains. The trains will keep running here in New York City. It won't be a problem at all. And speaking of New York City, this is like quintessential New York City, Central Park with the snow. It's one of the most beautiful things is being in Central Park during a snowstorm. It's really quiet. You see a lot of people that still go running during the snowstorms. Did anyone have any questions I can answer? You saw it fly by?
They're just looking at, everybody's just talking about the snow, like when it's going to end.
So the snow is going to end in New York City into the early afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock-ish. We should see it end, but I think the commute home is going to be rough because look at the, streets right now. I mean, it's pretty bad out there, but that's what you expect when you get high snowfall rates. Now, Albany had 4 inches in 1 hour this morning, and those bands are coming through us. So literally 4 inches in just 1 hour. When you get it that quick, obviously it's super hard to keep up with. Our winds aren't too bad right now, though there are blizzard warnings out on the Cape and also on Long Island, so winds could gust to 50 miles an hour. In the system, also, if you hear the word bombogenesis happening, that's when a low pressure drops 24 millibars in 24 hours. So that's what we're expecting with this. Does it make the exact 24 hours and 24 millibars? It has to. If it's 24 and a half hours, it doesn't count. If it's 26 hours, it doesn't count. Look at this cute buck with the jacket and the foot protectors on too, so that we don't have any problems. Does your dog like the snow?
Yeah.
Ish? I mean, he seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah, he has a threshold and then he's done. He's got to go home.
Right. How do you like the snow?
How have you been? You haven't cold, you haven't lit.
A little wet. A little wet. A little wet. So there you go. So we're on Facebook Live on the Weather Channel, by the way.
Hello.
Have a nice day. You too.
So, and others were asking, like, what is the weekend going to look like now?
Okay, so we're going to see a warm-up too also. We're going to see like a little ridge and then another system come through. So, you know, we are going to see some major changes because we had those record highs yesterday and then we're cold, then we're going to warm back up a touch. So, you know, it's kind of that little seesaw action that we're seeing, but shovel, 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 and more shovel. Very, very heavy, wet, thick stuff. Let's see. Making a snowball earlier and it was so solid. I felt bad. I was like, well, no one could possibly throw that. This is a little tough to make now, but it was a lot wetter earlier in the day, and that is also an indication that our temperatures are getting colder when you're not really able to make that snowball as well, because earlier it was rock solid. I literally felt like I could throw it through, you know, a glass window and it would break the glass window. It was really, really hard. So that's what it's like in New York City. It's really beautiful, maybe a little bit of a pain to get around, but the good news is temperatures aren't too cold right now. They will be dropping. It is going to be very cold overnight and tomorrow as well. But for now, it's, you know, not too bad out here. Oh, there's the plows and the salt. You can see them coming through. See how there's multiple trucks? How many are there? There's 3. Looks like we have 3 trucks that just went through. Sorry, they just went on the other side of the circle. We're trying to get them. But you can see 1, 2, 3 trucks in a row, and of course they have plenty of salt because we haven't had any snowstorms. You know, up until this storm, we only had about 11 inches of snow total, where last year, season to date, we had 30 inches thanks to Jonas. So, you know, we have a lot less snow coming up here. So we have about 3 more minutes left. If anyone has any other questions for us.
People are saying they love the snow.
Love the
it's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and it's really enjoyable to work in today because it's not too terrible, so that's nice. But I'm really curious to see if this thing can actually bomb out with the energy it's getting. Oh, there's been thunder snow, reports of thunder snow, and there was thunder snow here, and I missed it. I've never seen thunder snow, and I missed it, but there was thunder snow. But look at the visibility out on the top of these buildings. Oh, this person riding a bike, Trish.
Trying to ride.
Trying to ride. What made you come up with, we're on Weather Channel Facebook Live. What made you come up with the idea to ride the bike in this?
Dude, been doing this 30 years.
30 years?
30 years.
And how successful have you been?
Not. You cannot win against Mother Nature.
No, you cannot.
Look, no brakes too.
Oh, well, that's
I ride straight up fixed, yeah, but I'm straight. And then look, he tells me, well, walk. I'm like, no, I don't walk.
You don't walk?
I don't walk. If they give me a mental card, I'd stay, but come on, you know what these guys are telling me? One of them told me, yo, you need to get off that bike and go home. Because he was behind me and I'm slipping all over the place.
You going to work? Where are you headed to?
I'm working right now. Look, I got a run going to NBC.
Oh, all right.
Me? Come on.
All right, we'll get to work. I don't want to hold you out.
I got a house full of kids. My house is like the Brady Bunch.
And there you go. That is New York for you. Quintessential. Love New Yorkers and all the people that you meet. People are so friendly in New York. If you ever come here, you can talk to anyone. Super duper friendly people. So apparently he's trying to ride a bike. As you can see, he wasn't so successful. But they actually do make bikes with fatter tires. It makes it a little bit easier to ride in the snow. You know, but overall I think people are excited for the snow because we haven't had a good snowstorm yet. And people are out and enjoying it. It's really not stopping anyone, except for, of course, the kids who don't have to go to school. And a lot of them are really, really, really excited about that for obvious reasons. But otherwise, this is a scene in New York. It's looking really good, isn't it? Maybe you guys could tell us your favorite thing about the snow and least favorite thing about the snow. And we could have a little fun with that. I kind of want to leave you like with this when there's 30 seconds left with like a moment of zen. You know, and you can just have nice quiet. Are you guys having fun?
Yes!
Yeah? Go play it! So it looks like they're headed over to the park to play in the snow there and enjoy it. But in this last little bit of time here, I'm just going to let you enjoy the sights and sounds of New York City. We'll just kind of show you around, and you can listen to the horns, and you know, you can find some real solace in that.